Welcome back to another episode of the Elevated Chat Room. Elevate your mind, elevate your life. Once again, it's your host, Lonzo Jones, my guy, Dwayne Malone. He's behind the scenes once again. I think he fallen in love with being behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But we got three special guests with us on tonight. Before I introduce them, let me introduce the topic for the podcast on tonight. Race, build, win. The family that never slows down. So obviously, this is a family that loves to race. We got Eric, Gale, and Shon Malone. Now you guys kind of introduce yourselves to the crowd. Let them know who you are.
I'm Eric Malone, which is the start of all this racing.
Okay.
Started all this from, back when my dad and uncles and all them racing. Never thought I'd get to this opportunity I'm at right now.
Okay. It's a family thing.
Family.
I'm Gale Malone, and I've been with Eric for 25 plus years. And we've been drag racing.
That never happened to you.
Been drag racing since.
I like his personality. He feeling himself already.
Very much so.
You said 25 years and what now?
Right at 25 years.
Okay.
He's been drag racing ever since I met him. We built the car together. And then 2007, this came along.
Okay.
And I cursed him. I brought him a bib that had future drag racing on it. Drag racer on it. And then next thing I know, he had a bicycle before he was born. Literally.
We kind of like Talladega Nights. He was born to go fast.
Yes.
Ricky Bobby, shake and bake.
Yeah.
All right, Shon, tell them about yourself, bro.
I'm Shon Malone. I'm 17 years old. I'm Eric Malone and Gale Malone, Virginia, son. I'm my dad's only son.
Okay.
And my mama's third son. And been racing ever since I was 6 years old, going 60 miles per hour or something like that. When I first started out.
At 6?
At 6 years old.
Yeah.
It was on accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
It was on accident.
Right.
Yeah.
It was on accident.
I'll say this. Since that was on accident, it's probably still on accident to this day.
So hold up. How, so when did you start learning? I mean, because if you're going 60 miles an hour at 6 years old, what are you doing at 4 years old? Like, you can barely walk.
At 4 years old, no.
At 4 years old, what we was do is
use my go-kart.
Yeah, my dad would have a four-wheeler, then I'll have a go-kart.
Okay.
And one day I told him I wanted to go to the racetrack and stuff like that, and he was hesitant on it, but he finally let me do it, and we went to the racetrack, and I probably made over 20 laps that day. And he got so tired, he said, "Shon, all right, it's time to go." I kept going.
That's what's up.
It's crazy. He was on me maybe about a month. Daddy, I want to go down to the track and race. And I ignored it. I ignored it for a little while. And finally, we had a little go-kart. It was a little four-wheeler
first.
we had put together. And I took him down there, and actually my brother, Dwayne brother, come down there with him on a four-wheeler or something. And they raced each other, and they went around the track so many times that Juan finally quit. And then you would see these little headlights would be coming down the track. He was doing it by himself. So
he really fell in love with it at a very young age.
I think I kind of put that in him from day one.
Well, I tell people all the time, whatever the father is into, naturally, the son, or if he has a good relationship with his son or his daughter, they're going to naturally follow. Like he said, so you guys are in racing, I'm in sports. When my boys was little, I was never like, hey, let's go outside and play basketball. I picked up a ball, walked outside, and next thing I heard, here come little footsteps. And so it's bred in them, and that's a good thing, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of value or valuable things you can learn from the racing industry. Now, I'm not familiar with it, so you're going to have to,
Yeah, it went from buying him little, when he was young, remote control cars, and we're watching racing, then he was going with me all the time. So, yeah. But after he did the four-wheeler thing, I was like, it was around Christmas, I said, if you want a junior dragster, I said, I'll buy it for you if you want it. And he said, "Yeah, I want it." So we went and got one. Didn't know. That's how the accident happened. We didn't know how fast it was.
Okay.
We got him in it and sat him down in it. And when it started up, he started crying. Just didn't like it. I said, "Ain't no problem. We'll just put it up. When you get ready for it," he said, "No, I don't want to do that." So she thought of putting pillows in it. She put pillows in it. And so the vibration would go away. Did that, he stopped crying. Took him to the track. He just drive around the track, but there was a little girl out there racing. This little girl, this little girl was out there going up and down the track. He come on to Daddy, I want to race her. And this is actually how I met the co-star of our TV show.
Okay,
it was Brent Arnold's daughter. He goes out there and we don't know how fast this thing is. Well, that time he stomps it to the floor, makes a pass. He goes like 10 seconds and across the scoreboard goes 58 mile per hour. And I was like, God, I act like I didn't see it, because she was sitting there. He come back.
She looking at you like, you know how fast this thing was going to go.
I didn't say nothing, because I'm thinking she probably didn't know what them numbers was. So, we come back, he said, Daddy, I like that.
How is it? Like, is it like an adrenaline rush? You got to be, how they say adrenaline junkies. Like, how is it when you get because that's something that when I'm driving my car, once I get to a certain speed, I'm like, oh no, I need to slow this thing down. Yeah. And it ain't nowhere near what you guys doing. So what is that like?
It's, I don't know. It's a feeling that, one thing, how can I explain it?
I can explain
something that takes off and pulls you back, and from that point on, you chasing that rush the rest of your life. So no matter what stages we done been, how fast we done went, we was always trying to go fast.
Okay, what about you? You said you can explain it. How you explain it?
To me, how I feel in it, I feel when you finally hit the gas and floor it, I feel like there's no turning back. You on it, you finna go. And whatever rush and feeling or you seeing stuff, you better ignore it, because if you don't, something gonna happen.
So it's like, this is it. It's all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also addictive.
Yeah,
I can see that.
So the first time you go 6-0, next time you want to go 5, and after that you want to go 4.
Which how it's like, how people will get addicted to like energy drinks.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is.
I can see that.
Because like energy drinks, they wake you up, they give you a rush and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how pretty much racing is. The faster you go and the more you see things fly past you so fast and stuff like that, it's more of a rush, and it really makes you focus.
The more faster you want to go.
Yeah.
So but it's a little bit different than addiction, because this right here is something that we all do together. Yeah. And, we meet good people, win money sometime. It's a fun thing. And my reason of doing it right now is mostly to keep him out of trouble. There's so many things he could be doing instead. Yeah. Well, I got him in something right now that he probably won't be able to afford to do drugs or anything like that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You got to keep him busy.
Cars, yeah. If he's going to raise it, you ain't got no money for nothing else.
Gotcha. So when you say drag, okay, what you mean by drag? You said drag racing. Like what is drag racing?
Drag racing is like a competition. Whoever
drag
gets
racing
to the
is
other end.
2 strips, straight
two cars side by
quarter mile.
We run 8th mile. Our car's kind of fast. I'm scared to go quarter mile.
Okay. Yeah,
so quarter mile, we got one car that'd be over 200 mile per hour.
What?
Yeah.
No, player.
So you have a round track as well.
Yeah.
So the round track is just going around in circles.
Yeah.
The drag strip is just straight, just like a road.
Is that the one that had the little parachutes that come out the back of the?
Yeah, we got parachutes on our cars.
Both of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
but back to Shon though. So we did that thing. He raced the girl. She beat him. Well, the very next week, there's a track that we go to that's Fulton, Mississippi. And they have what they call a kids class, where it's just kids. They can go down there, they can race. They race in dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, and it was a few, that had dragsters. So I took him down there to his very first race. They was giving out trophies. He said, Daddy, I want one of them trophies. I said, well, Shon, you ain't gonna be able to drive it down the track. They racing. that Sunday, the first race he won it.
Mm.
That year he won 35 trophies down there. He either won or runner up.
Mm.
And we've been steady going to the top ever since then.
So what's the difference? Like, if are the cars built different? Is the driving different? Is it the fact that he's willing to max it out? Like, what's the difference? Like, why is it that one at that age a kid can win versus another kid not winning? What's the difference?
Well, it's just like you was talking about his sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people got it, some people don't. He's got what I had, I would say in my 20s or 30s, where he had it, you know, at about 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
He had a beginning of me right then, you know. So now that he's where he at right now, he's bad.
Yeah. It's fun. Go ahead.
And it's like any other sport.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be focused. You have to be dedicated to that sport.
Yeah.
When you coming home and you're like, well, if I do this, I know I can get off the tree faster than I'll go down the track before she will.
Mm.
And then if I get there first, then I'm going to win. But then also, I know I got to focus and make sure that I'm doing what I need to do in this car. So when he gets that, he knows this. He's studying this before he got on the track. He already know what he's going to do. So you being focused in a game, mindset wise, you know what I'm saying? Physically, you know what you got to do. But that's with any sport.
So it's an art to it. It ain't just hopping in no car.
Exactly.
And he loves it.
Exactly.
Anything he wants to do about it, he YouTube it, he studies it, and he gets it done.
Yeah.
And you know, we went from the little junior dragsters. We went for that. He got tall real quick, started outgrowing it, and I finally put him in a car. At I think that was 12 years old, wasn't
Well,
it?
you have to stop. He had 3 junior dragsters. Go back. He had 3 junior dragsters. 60, 70 something, and then the last one was what, 90?
we had 3.
Yeah.
I forget about that. So the first one would run 10s at you know, right at 58 mile per hour. Well, he always was the fastest kid down there. And in bracket racing, the slower one gets spotted. They do it's kind of like a math in between it. They take 2 cars, and the difference in the time, they'll let that other car take off the difference in him being faster. But at the other end, if his reaction time, how quick he left on a light is good, they ought to be side by side when they go through the lights. He was so much better that he was always chasing them, chasing them, and winning, that finally somebody came that had one just as fast as him. And then they started letting him take off. Well, the very next weekend, he calls and tells her, said, Mama, I don't like being spotted. So I know Daddy know where it's another motor for the dragster, because I done heard him talking about it. So that was the next thing. We went and bought another motor and put on it. He went from running in the 10s to running in the 7s at like 89 mile per hour.
Well, that is amazing.
Then the third one we just kind of grudge race, you know, heads up. We would go around, find other young kids that they just want to race whoever get to the other end first.
Yeah, just straight up racing.
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had
okay, gotcha.
People didn't realize what we had. So to slow it down, we would put weight on it. So what we would do, we would start out with a bunch of weight on it. Well, he'll go out there and he'd be okay fast enough and be barely beating them. By the end of the night, when somebody fast and got there, we took the weight off of it. And he'd be running like 760s at like 90 mile per hour. Well, we take the weight off of it, it goes 680s at over 100.
So
a little dragster.
Y'all had a strategy.
Oh yeah.
That's game planning right there. See, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You watching film, you get all kind of tricks, all kind of things up your sleeve.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks he's fast.
No.
What are you running? Okay,
By the time we got through with the last one, you know, I had almost $8,000 in a toy, because that's all it was. It was a long dragster. It was I was like, we're done with this. I ain't buying nothing else. We're gonna sell it. Me and you together. We gonna build you a car together. That's something me and you can do together. And we started that and got this car up and running in no time. Like
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months we had him having a race car running. And I let one of my buddies that drive it at the first race. He done real good, got down to the finals in it. With the very next weekend, we decided to take it out. I told him, I said, well, I'm going to let you try to drive it. I let him try to drive it. He did a burnout stage. I said, go half track and let out of it. He did it. Did good. Come back around. The next time, I didn't tell him what to do. So he did what he wanted to do. So he went out there then and made a full pass, and the car went like off in the sixes, over 100 something mile per hour. And like I said, and we ran 7-0 index then, and like I said, he dominated on that. He run 7-0, run real fast, won a bunch of money with it. Put a different motor in it. We decided that here's where you start chasing that fastness.
Yeah.
So put another motor in it. Well, Daddy, if I could just run 6.0s, I just want to go 6.0s. I buy him another motor. I buy him a little motor. You know, we put it in there, put a little nitrous on it. Don't tell her because she didn't want him to go no
Well,
fast.
hold on.
What?
We had it on there. We didn't have it hooked up.
Exactly.
That's right. I always had
And then
nitrous on
ringside
it.
don't go to the track.
Didn't
And then
have
they
it.
hook
We
it
hooked
up.
it up.
So she didn't go with us, so we hooked the nitrous up. Yeah. We hooked the nitrous up, and he goes out there and runs 6.0s. And we races that, and he does pretty good with that. And then the following year, he decided, well, I would like to run Radical Street, which is a class that's an index like 550s. And the crazy thing is, every time we got ready to step up, the opportunity just fell in my hands. Had a guy call me and said, man, I got this all aluminum motor that makes 800 horsepower. He said, I'll let you. He said, I know y'all racing. He said, I'll give you a deal on it. I'll let you have 5,000. I said, man, we don't need that. But then I'm thinking about it. Well, he's getting faster. I can pay 5,000 now, or it costs me 10 or 15 later and miss the deal. Well, I sold his motor for 4,500. So I went and bought the motor, built it, put it in there, and here we go. We went 550s.
So when you say you bought the motor and you fixed it, so y'all in the shop yourself, y'all doing this yourself?
Yes.
I've done every single thing to a car that you can do since I started because I couldn't afford to pay nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
Now, I pay, I get somebody to help me with it, a lot of stuff. But yeah. But on his car, yeah, it was kind of, took me back to my roots. Me and him did it all by ourselves, and he got a chance to see the different results and everything we was doing.
So let me tell you about the bill because he's missing the key points. 2019, COVID, school was out. Okay. Our racing community is our family. If we get caught in, just say Virginia, and we got a flat, he can call somebody gonna bring us a jack, fix our flat. I'm talking about on our total home and trailer.
Yeah.
Not just on your, regular car or truck. So our community actually got together. Shon's too big to get in Junior Jackster anymore. Had one guy said, man, y'all come up here. Look at these cars in the backyard. Greg Blaze.
Yeah.
Get this body. Well, by that time,
gave him the car.
Drew Ackland painted it. Somebody gave him a water pump. Somebody did this. So our racing community started saying, hey, what you need? Thank God for this guy named John. I'm calling Uncle Pete. Uncle Pete came up, gave him a transmission out of this world. Literally.
$3,500 transmission. He just pulls up and said, man, that boy, he said, I want him to have that transmission I got put in the car. $3,500 transmission.
Yes.
It's still in there now.
And on top of that, I call him Granddaddy Pete. He comes up here, calls Eric, hey, I want to build this kind of motor for Shon. This motor's like, ain't nobody got one of these. And we calling all the companies trying to figure out what you put on this, how you do this, how you get this gasket, how you do this. Priceless. So now to our racing community.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see,
wife and such saying, this should be inspiring to a lot of young folks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just being respectful, doing what you supposed to.
Yeah.
They watch them grow up, man, so they want to be a part of it.
Yep.
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 Yes,
You-
sir.
This guy, we call him Pete. He's 85 years old. And I met him several years ago during my job and stuff and just knew him. But he took a hold of him. So, and man, this guy has spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
This last deal that he just did with him, you know, he went and bought him a brand new engine for his car. Wouldn't tell me how much he paid for it. But a buddy of mine that built the motor for him told me he spent $25,000 on his motor and gave it to him.
Well, they see
And-
something in you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, they see something in you, and that's big to have people that's going to support you, even though they're not family,
Yeah.
and then they end up becoming family.
And-
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and like Dwayne was just saying, it's like, bro, when you're out there and you're trying to do things the right way, and they see you doing things the right way, and they see your dedication to it. So sometimes you can see a kid that's winning, but sometimes they're not as dedicated,
Yeah.
you know. But when they see that dedication, that consistency, that hunger, that thirst, that drive, it's like, you know what? I want to be a part of that.
Exactly.
I want to be a part of that. I tell a story quite often how I helped this guy push his car. He was stuck on the side of the road. But the only reason why I stopped is because I saw him pushing the car himself, one hand on the steering wheel, one with his feet out on the outside, pushing the car himself and steering. And I felt like God was like, hey, go help him. Why? Because he was helping himself. But if he was sitting in the car with his blinkers on, I would have kept on riding by. So when people see you actually out there hustling and doing it, man, that's how God works. You know what I'm saying? That's just how God works. You know, you put it out there, and you don't know how you're going to get to that next level, that next point. But God knows. All you got to do is take the steps and let God order it. So that's what's up. I like that.
Well, it's been, like I said, it's been so many people. You know, when I first started doing this car, I called different companies that sponsored me. You know, I got probably 30 different sponsors through our TV show. And everybody I talked to was so crazy about him that nobody said no.
Hold on, hey.
What?
Tell them about the time how you got your first sponsor.
Oh,
Yeah, let us know how you got that first sponsor.
yeah. So I was this is before we even thought about any TV anything.
Yeah.
I did I was trying to get me a new A-arms and K-member for my car, tubular stuff to make it lighter. I had talked to the people and they gave me they was gonna give me a discount on it. Well, I did a video of him pulling my car out of my trailer, and he couldn't even see over the steering wheel. He had to be probably 8 years old, and bags it in the shop, gets out, and they shared that video. At that time, they called me and said that was the most views they had ever got off, on their Facebook. So they said, man, we're going to send you the A-arms and everything you need. And that was the first thing that got sent to me. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing though when you are in your lane.
Yeah.
How you have people that will, bless you and come to help you. Like, stay in your lane. They say if you stay in your lane, it's less traffic.
Yeah.
It's also, less competition when you're walking in your purpose. You don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing like how God will pick you. You know what I'm saying? Not just you guys, but I'm talking to the audience. He will pick you if you're where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm not saying we're perfect, because by all means, we know we're flawed.
Yeah.
But when we're actively walking out that thing God has put in front of us, you'll be amazed how many people just willing to, like this whole building, the whole Rescue Me project is nothing but people seeing the vision and the effort that Dwayne spearheaded.
Yeah.
And then you look up, you get a building donated to you. You get people donated hundreds of thousands of dollars just to fix it. Man, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So that's a testament. And it lets you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like that's your lane, that's your gift.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, bro, you supposed to be racing. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
But that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing everything I can to, to take him to that next step.
Okay. So what is the next step? With like how far can you go like with this type of racing?
I would like to see him doing something professional.
Okay.
I don't know if it's driving pro mods or a funny car or just something like that. I'm trying to get him out there like that.
Or
because he
tuning
can-
those cars.
Or what?
yeah.
Tuning. I prefer
Our
him to
tune, I'm
tune.
working on it. He's bad on the computer too. That works the cars.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Every car has to have a computer log in, all this stuff. But you can actually change how fast the car goes through that tune. So he can get on, like, you're playing, what is that game you're playing on?
Door slammers and no limit. That's
Right.
that's too
So you can do that. But this car is to the point, traction control. You can see every single thing that car did on the computer, literally. So I'm the video person. I'm video. So he come back, he sent me the video, and he look, did you see why I was spinning right there? Do you see that? And he go back to the computer and he can take out timing at that point.
Wow.
So literally, that's what I'm saying. I prefer him to do the tuning so he won't have to be behind the car driving it. But
But there's an opportunity that stands right now for him that he got about a few weeks ago, and there's a guy that called me that's got a it's a slower version, but kind of like a pro mod. It's a 959 motor, and it's capable of making probably 3,500 horsepower.
3,500.
And they already have called me about him driving it, paying him to show up, taking care of everything, and if he win the race, splitting the money. This happened a couple weeks ago.
That's what's up.
Just
man.
hadn't told anybody, but it's out there now.
yeah.
That is amazing, man. That's awesome. That is something that you really can't explain.
The holdup probably was me because I ain't know if I were ready for him to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right.
It gets dangerous. I'm assuming.
where he's headed right now. It's like 8th mile. The car he'll be driving on a full pass would be close to 200 miles per hour.
Which
It's ridiculous. But all in the same time, I don't want to hold him back because it's happening.
Yeah.
He ain't stopping.
Yeah. And also the cars are pretty safe. I mean,
Okay.
you have a 12-point cage or
Well, you have more
you can
cake.
go up.
you can go up to like a 25,
Yeah.
4 or something like
And
that.
this is just more pipe, more cage.
So basically,
Okay.
when he's in the car, he's in a cage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, the car, he's got all his safety stuff. He's got a fire suit that, if it catch on fire, he's got a chance to get out, even if it's burning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got restraints, neck braces, gloves, shoes, everything, that he wear. He's got a better suit than me,
Yeah, he's got
I
a
can
15
take
layer.
care.
15 later.
15 layer.
It sure do.
Yeah.
It
it's
is. Even
serious,
down to
yeah.
the boots. The
It's-
shoes.
That's the
he
only
has.
boy I got,
Yeah. Hey, I feel you. I got two.
I got-
I'm like that with
I
both of them.
I got two other boys, but they don't care nothing about that.
Yeah, they ain't got the
they
same
can't.
passion that
Nah.
like what daddy got. Go ahead, Shon.
With the thing with the suits is the suits are so like high dollar and stuff like that. Since they're 15 layers, I weigh 190. Well, back down, I weigh 190. Put the pants on, I weigh 195. Put the pants and the jacket on, I'm 200. So it's 5
10
pounds.
10 pounds of suit.
Yeah.
Shit, God Almighty.
Yeah.
And I hated during
And
summer.
that's dedication, when it's 100 degrees outside.
Oh yeah. Now you said something about some nitrous.
There was a
What-
before
I
the
see,
one he
I-
had before.
Yeah.
I'm a big Fast and Furious fan. Like I didn't watch.
too.
Oh, I'm a big. Even though the
And-
stunts they do be
And
unreal.
if you watch Fast and Furious 8, if you go back and look at it in the toy store, there's a 4th gen Camaro sitting there black. That's my car
For real.
in Fast and Furious 8.
Fast and Furious 8. Is that the one when Libby came back? No. That's one on the ice. I think they was
there you go.
Yeah.
Ice, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go. You said the Camaro. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
My Camaro, we called the prosecutor. It's sitting there.
Man, in the Fast and Furious,
Yeah,
man.
that's the my car been in the movies I had.
We family. But so we got the nitrous. What does nitrous do? What does that do? Like, is it really like what they be showing in the in Fast and Furious? Is it really like that?
It does. It's similar to that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, what they're showing, you know, that's a little bit of nitrous. We spray sometimes it's the same amount as our motors make. You know, for instance, if our motor make 500 horsepower, you know, for us our regular cars, it ain't nothing for us to have 500 horsepower of nitrous on it. It's different. Yeah, ours when we make a nitrous pass, you know, you'll see a blue flame out of it about 2 feet long.
Y'all ain't playing no games.
Now they're turbo. They're not even nitrous.
But we're
okay.
We kind of stepped up a little bit now. We both of us are turbo.
Gotcha. So how do y'all balance your everyday life with this? Because it sounds like the stuff y'all have been telling us is like, when y'all have time for anything else, how do you balance this? How does that look?
She keeps it balanced.
Okay. Well, like I said, our racing team, we all took a cruise together. Some of our racing team on Thursday nights, we all go out to eat.
Okay.
You know, we go out to eat no matter what state we go in. Like we went to Tennessee not too long ago with a good friend of ours, Mikey Smith. When racing is your home front, you see our racing team every day. Like I seen 2 of them today.
Okay. You
know, we're a community. We're a family. If I grill, I'm grilling for you, him, and everybody here. It ain't no, oh, you're not with us. We're the 256. But our racing community, I have people I met by selling T-shirts. They will still call me today. How you doing, Miss Gale? You know, it becomes a everyday life. I have people that would send me a spiritual message or I'm just thinking about you today. How you doing?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm texting them as well. And especially a lot of the women. We don't have that many women that go to the racetrack. Now I'm going because him.
Right.
His safety belt, literally, his safety belt here, 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 and here. A lot of times I got to help him. And then the helmet attaches to his shoulder thing. What is that, neck brace or whatever it's called?
Neck restraint.
Okay. So I literally have to help him get in the car and lock him in. Okay. Then when he comes back, I got to go down to the end of the track in the smart car or the go-kart and push him back. So when I get back, me and him is putting gas in the car. Me and him putting the car on charge. That's the battery. We're doing all this stuff. Then he's got a computer and then he wants to look at the video. Mm-hmm. So when I tell you it's not just me. If something happens, yeah, I'm going to jump in the smart car and go down there to get him. But one of the other women, I'm going with you. You know,
so it's a real legit family.
It's exactly.
And it's funny because that's how it be on Fast and Furious. They always talking about family.
Yeah. Like it is. You know, the big races we go to, like you know, we all went to Summerduck, Virginia. They had me to come out there and do a race. Well, time we get there, first thing we do, we get all the cars out, go over. Next thing we do, we get the grill out. We barbecue for everybody. Yeah. You know,
sit around, laugh, and talk.
Sit around and talk. You know, and then the next day is business.
Gotcha.
We race.
So it's just like anything else that somebody else is doing. Like I said, with me being in sports, it's like you find the balance. You have to, because if not, you know what I'm saying, things just get out of control. So it's not just like, oh, we just putting this in our life. This is our life, and everything just kind of just intertwines naturally because it's just something that we're doing, and it's just something that when you're super passionate about things. That's normally how it happens. It's like you figure it out. Do you guys plan ahead? You sit down and like kind of have a schedule, like this is what we're doing, this is that, or y'all just freestyling? Yeah,
with him, he normally freestyles. If somebody say, I got this race, he'll tell me on Tuesday, well, such and such call.
Well, I be untold everybody else, but since she ain't racing, so I be forgot about her.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta talk now.
Come on, Shon.
So he'll figure out, he'll be like, all right, we're going racing this weekend. He'll keep it to himself, won't tell nobody. Here come Friday. Shon, we can load up. We're going to Georgia this weekend. We're finna go race. I was like, what? I was like, you ain't tell me nothing about that. I said, I still got to change oil in my car and stuff.
Yeah. So
You
those,
gotta be considerate.
but yeah, that's the RV coming.
I be
in
done
hand.
talk to everybody else. I just be done forgot to
Yeah.
them two. They gonna follow me anyway.
Yeah. Stay packed.
If
Always
the truck
keep
take
clothes.
off, if the truck take off, and they ain't in there. They coming.
Gotcha. Okay,
And we
so
have done that before.
Oh, yeah.
okay. Now, so what's been the most intense or unforgettable moment on the track? Most intense and unforgettable moment. Come on.
Still Alabama,
Oh man, why you had to bring that one up?
because that was most intense for me.
Come on, mama. Talk about it. I want to
Okay.
hear this story.
So they had this little no prep thing down at Steele, Alabama. What's it called? 122, I-22.
Huh?
What is Steele? International.
Alabama International Drive.
Okay,
Yeah.
that track. And Dominator from the Street Outlaws.
Which is we run on prep tracks. All right, what prep is? They actually glue the track. They glue it. If you walk on there, your feet stick to the track.
When your
Okay.
shoes
That's
coming
the
off.
cars. That's what our cars run on, and it keeps them from getting out of shape, and they go fast. Well, they had at this time they had what they call a no prep race, with what the Street Outlaws do. Everybody know all the Street Outlaws, from Oklahoma. They don't run on glue and stuff like that, and they go fast. Well, he decided we wanted to go down there and race, and never raced on it. And she can finish, tell you the rest of it, but yeah, he got out of shape pretty bad.
I can tell you it wasn't my fault though.
Yeah.
What happened? Come on. Y'all just can't.
He left.
What's
Okay,
the
so
tell
he
the
gets on the
story?
track. He goes half track, and the whole car goes this way like that. And I'm videoing. I dropped the phone. I jump in a smart car because I just know he had wrecked. I
Hey.
mean, that's how bad it looked from my area.
Yeah.
So he's mad because I took off in the smart car and left him. I'm up there shaking. Your mom's call in the midst. I didn't drop the phone. I didn't know if I said hello or not. Literally had a whole panic attack.
So
I get down there and
where
he's out.
Normally, where the car takes off and goes straight, well, it takes off and starts spinning
Okay.
and turns and try to go in the other lane. And then when he whips it and try to straighten it up, it comes up on almost 3 wheels.
It
And
was on 3 wheels.
yeah, it wasn't. Well, it gets up on 3 wheels, and he held it. He didn't hit anything, but that's the first time it really got really sketchy with us.
Yeah.
So we don't do that. We don't do that kind of racing no more.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though last year at the beginning of the year, that's pretty much what I was doing, but y'all ain't know it.
Well, you know now.
Yeah.
Y'all know now, but I'm just letting you
Elevated
know. Can't
chat
go
room.
back in the past and fix that.
So what was that? So when things like that happen, it's kind of like a baseball player taking a fastball to the head.
Yeah.
Everything
Okay.
is in slow motion when it happens.
So how quick are you ready to get back out there is the question.
After that happened,
Yes.
I was out next weekend.
Okay, so it
didn't bother me.
It didn't bother you. Okay.
No.
I was just wondering because some they call it getting gun shy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I know like in baseball, even with the kids and see my oldest one was 9. So 9U baseball last year was the first year they was in kids pitch. And like some of the kids would get hit in the thigh, the back, the arm. And when I tell you,
And it's over.
when that ball coming out that battle box, they nervous, they scared.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't recover the whole year. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was wondering like how did the gunshotness work for you? But you said you bounced right back.
Yeah.
Which
Nah, he got back in the car and went what?
520s.
Back then was going like 520, so he went about 130 mile per hour. So he went right the next week,
Which
Yeah.
this is the thing about me. I'm not nervous. I don't get scared, nervous, none of that. I might get nervous, but I won't get scared.
And why is that?
But that's why I hose him
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that? I'm asking
guess-
because I've heard I've been around seen videos of people that do like all this like bro like some I'm like bro I don't know what he thinking, but why is that?
I if I had to think, it's probably because I already know I expect it's gonna happen. I already know I'm gonna have adrenaline rush. Everything's gonna be flying back fast. All I gotta do is just worry about where I'm going. As long as I keep that wheel straight, I'll be all right.
Okay. So you trust your training.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let's say it again. So you trust your training.
That's right.
And see, that's even when in life, like I tell a lot of parents when their kids about to go off to college or they about to get them out the house or whatever, you got to trust your training.
Mm-hmm.
You got to trust what you instill in them. Same thing in sports. When I tell my kids, hey, we didn't prepare. Like it's game day now. It's time to look. It's best team versus best team.
Mhm.
Trust your training.
That's right.
Show up. Do what you said. You said you that guy. show me you that guy.
Yeah.
You know, so if you have that mindset as you was talking about earlier, it helps you get over that hump because everybody ain't got that.
Nah.
Exactly.
Like even in sports, you see it. It's like I got some kids that they do very well at practice, but in the games, like I haven't gotten them to keep that same intensity, that same skill set, that same confidence from practice to a game. But when they do get it, oh man, they're gonna be some very, very good ball players. But everybody doesn't have it, at least in the moment. Sometimes they have to grow into it. So that's just part of the gifting.
Oh yeah.
On that situation, see, I didn't get upset at all. And, you know, I was happy with it. Because the reason why I was happy, oh, she's mad, it's going to be, quit talking to me and everything. Yeah. I was happy with it because he's never had to drive the car. He always held it straight and it always went. He's never gotten a situation.
Okay.
But what that showed me, he could handle it. He got it.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
You don't know you can handle something until it's time to handle it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But being a mother, you're naturally worried.
Oh yes.
You know,
oh yes.
that mother bear come out, and regardless of how you feel about it,
Yes.
then I'm going to do what I need to do, protect my child.
Yep. And we understand that, and that's why it's good to have both parents because you get that balance.
Yeah.
Because as a father, my job is to make sure that he's prepared first off, and then it's also my job to challenge him.
Yeah.
And it's also my job to push him to his greatness. You know, so you may come in, now you'll do that, but you won't do it at the level that he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because of the dynamics of who you are as people, the roles you play in their lives. Because like I said, it's some things that my wife look at me, she was like, you out, I'll be out there training the boys. She was like, man, you acting like Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't never hit him.
Yeah.
I was like, you hear me yell? See, like she record me and then she'll send it to my mom and her mom like, yeah, there goes Zoe out there coaching the boys acting like Joe Jackson. I'm like, I'm just yelling at them. I'm pushing them. Because they got to understand if they really want to play college ball at a high level, these coaches ain't end up saying, hey, let's go. Let's get it. Hit them weights. Go hard. Man, they yelling at you. They screaming at you.
Yeah.
It ain't no, man. Kirby Smart. Go back. They got some clips of him in the locker room with them boys. Ain't no kumbaya going on up in there.
Yeah.
This man trying to pull greatness up out of them.
Yeah.
You going to war. You got some kids that play, whether it's sports or driving cars, whatever they're doing. It's some kids in the back of their mind. It's like, if I don't dominate, I may not eat. They literally think that way.
Yeah.
You know, so you may be good. He may be good. But now when y'all come together to face each other, what is that separation? What is that thing? Oh, you know what? Dad already been training us with that mindset. He already had us going extra hard, yelling at us, fussing at us, making us do drills and thighs on fire and I'm sore the next day and all. Like, yeah, I'm preparing you. Because one thing that I don't think some people understand is that the physical things you take your kids through helps them mentally. You know what I'm saying? It prepares them for when life is hard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, but yeah. You know, yeah, she gonna.
Like I said, we try to keep him safe, but you know, doing what we doing, it's just you know, he's gonna wreck.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. It happens to all of us. You know, the main thing is, like I said, just we try to keep him with the right safety equipment, the car safety, you know, safe. So when it do happen, you know, he still go home.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just like at a LS Fest. Was it LS Fest when you jumped out the car with the fire extinguisher?
No, I was in Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah.
He blew my motor up in my car for me.
And for where we were standing.
It caught on, blew the motor up. Well, I got fire system on the car. So,
yeah.
You know, when it blew up, started smoking, he hit the fire. He did everything right. Hit the fire system, put everything out, got out of the car. Of course.
In a matter of seconds.
You know, and
really?
I seen he was okay, but it took me a minute to get down there because somebody run off and left me again.
I got to tell y'all the story on that
Again.
one.
Mama ain't playing.
Man.
Let me tell y'all the story on that one. So the motor blow up. I don't know what's going on. The motor's still running. All I hear is, I was like, oh, it blew up. So I look in the mirror. I just see nothing but white smoke, like I just did a burnout or something down the road. So I'm reaching down trying to turn the fire extinguisher on. It ain't working. So I'm sitting there driving, pushing it on and off. And then I look, I see the little return road. I just got my fist and hit it. And it whenever it got on my foot, everything got in the car. And
It's like a foam. It just foamed up the whole side. I had it where it's got nozzles and and it covered him
So
as well.
people
The
get
car,
burnt and stuff as well.
So
y'all do have a lot of safety precautions, even though it's dangerous out there. That's what's up.
the car he was driving, it's been 8th mile. It's been 170 mile per hour. He hasn't been that fast.
Not
Okay,
yet.
but not yet.
Not yet.
See what I'm saying? Like he want it though.
Yeah, he went.
He want it.
Yeah.
He like MJ. He ain't no LeBron.
No,
he ain't no LeBron. He MJ.
He went 100. He went 160 in it the last of the season.
So I'm sitting there listening to like all the equipment in the car and everything. I'm wondering like how much does it even cost to even do a car like this?
Too much.
Yeah,
man.
That's why he got 30 sponsors.
Engine and all.
30 sponsors.
This the thing. If we told you, we probably would be broke and feel bad at that point. It's like, dang, we spent that much.
Right.
We could have put that somewhere.
It's
worth it.
It wasn't done all at one time. It's been my car that's like that. That's been a process of about 10 years.
Okay.
But yeah, it ain't no joke. I'm done though. I'm at a point where I can't go no faster.
And I thank God for all our sponsors.
Yeah.
Like really all our sponsors.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So if someone built the car to get it to close to what y'all got your automobiles at right now, what do y'all roughly think something like that would probably cost?
I would say they had to have about 100,000 in it.
Mm.
Yeah. To get close to where we at.
Well, that's what's up.
Especially if you're starting from scratch,
Yeah. Well, it's good to have sponsors. Thank the Lord.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I sit here and think about. I said, man, it's struggling. I tell you, I'm paying bills. Can't see my money come up, and I'll be like, well, I know why I can't see it. I don't have one of them. I got two of them. God, I built him one just like it. So there it all is right there.
He said he'll make it back for you.
Oh yeah.
He said he'll get it back for you.
Two cars like that now.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you guys this. So how did starting in the fastest cars in the Dirty South impact your career?
It helped me a lot. I got a chance to meet a lot of people, exposure, a lot of opportunities. A lot of people don't even know this. It's Black History Month. You don't even know it. But I am the first Black to have a reality show drag race. And from the show's area. And a lot of people don't know that, but sure is. But
I don't see too many Blacks doing in drag racing. Yeah. So
you'd be surprised.
There's a lot.
I know they're out there, but I'm just saying, like I don't even on TV when they even in NASCAR, you don't see.
But not bragging or anything. But yeah, it's just I was first to have a reality show or drag race.
How long did the show last?
We did 3 seasons.
Okay,
and it actually started out with an ideal that me and Dwayne and Demetrius and a couple of others did. He followed us for a while, filming us and doing stuff. We putting videos up and getting noticed, and we finally got the right person. That, hey man, I'm seeing what y'all doing. I would like to come film that. And so he came and filmed us in Prescott, Arkansas. And what I had done, I had put a team together. It was like 10 of us. And we was going to different tracks. And we would run their 10 people, and we was whooping them. I mean, we was just going to different tracks, and we was dominating. Well, he come down there and filmed us, and we won. And he edited. He come back maybe a month later, and filmed us at our shops and stuff, and put what they call a sizzle reel together. And that sizzle reel went to at that time was Velocity, and they looked at it, liked it, and we ended up doing a pilot. And the pilot went over well, and we ended up getting a TV show behind it.
That's what's up, man. Everybody ain't on TV these days. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it's if it wasn't for that right now, God, I don't know how I could do this because man, I met some real good people.
Okay, so when you got on this show, did you already have sponsors, or that what brought the sponsors on?
That brought a lot of sponsors on. I had a few people. There's a guy around here that started sponsoring me. One of them was Kenny Ford, was PTC, where I used to work. He's always kind of helped me. You know, he's always helped me with my transmissions and stuff like that. But Johnny Grissom is he owns Jaggers Construction. I think he just bought a new place. Just bought Bob's Tire. This man started. He was a pretty good. He was a blessing to me.
Okay.
He would bring me. Call me. Y'all getting ready to go racing this weekend? He said, well, I ain't did nothing for you lately. He said, go get your truck, fill it. Let me bring it over here and we'll fill it up. Or he'll send me. He'll go buy some tires or something. So he was my first, big sponsor.
Man, it's amazing. Like on the journey, when you look back of all the people that played a role or had a hand in helping you get to where you are.
Yeah,
and it's just good to sit back and know that there's people that believe in you, believe in your dreams, that's willing to back you, that's willing to to have sometimes more faith in where you're going than what you may currently have. So. It's also humbling because it lets you know that you wouldn't be where you are without people backing you, behind you, supporting you, pushing you. So that's a good way to stay humble, because it's like, look, bro, like you didn't get here on your own. I don't care who you are or where you at. You did not get there on your own. Like when somebody say they self-made, you ain't self-made.
Yeah.
But I understand that saying, but you ain't self-made.
Drive.
Yeah.
If you're not passionate about what you're doing.
Yeah.
What's the point?
It was I'm telling you, it was hard. Craziest part about all of it is I did not like to talk. I didn't, and how I was going to end up.
Gale, like what?
how I was going to end up with a TV show with a camera in front of my face, but this everything I was doing was leading to that. And Dwayne could tell you, we could be just filming and start talking, and I just choke up. I couldn't talk. And then, like I said, it finally, it just went away. I don't worry about it no more.
You just ready now.
Gale
said, yeah, Shon.
It still bothered me a little bit, but it ain't bad.
But the thing is, what I've learned is that when you're knowledgeable about what you're talking about, it's easy to talk about.
Yeah.
So like if we're in here talking about something totally different you don't have a lot of expertise in, then that's gonna cause you to fumble and and study your words. But when you know what you're talking about, it's like, real, like I do this every day.
Yeah.
Like, so I can talk about cars, I can talk about engines and motors and racing, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
So if there's a aspiring young person out there that's trying to get to where you are and where you are, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say it'd be hard. It wouldn't be hard. You just take whatever you got and start, go racing. Go racing. You ain't got to be fast. They got different races for everybody. They got some that you can take just a regular car. Like he started out, like I was saying, the bracket racing where the slower car, the fast car had to chase it.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually start out right there, and figure out if that's what you want to do. If you want to do it, then it all start falling in your hand. You'll get faster. It all happen on its own.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with him on that. Just when you do it, put your mind to it and don't give up. Because when you're doing it, it's easy to give up, but I promise when you complete it and get it done, it's worth it at the end.
Gotcha. It reminds me of a quote that says, you don't have to be great to get started, but in order to be great, you must get started.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what you're saying. Hey, get started.
Yeah.
If you even got a chance at being great, you got to get started. You got to throw yourself out there and just see what happens. I heard somebody say, just get out there and just start making mistakes. Like, in those mistakes, learn from it. Just go out there and just have crazy actions, go, and then learn from it, and then you can build yourself up from there. Y'all got anything else? We didn't about knock the episode out. Anything y'all want to close with? Anything like that? Say before we get up out of here.
Just stay
Last
positive.
remarks.
Just stay positive. Keep your head up, and remember, somebody's always watching you. And if you need help, ask for help, because you have not, because you ask not.
Okay.
All
right. Anybody else? I mean, we're gonna close it out.
Like I said, you can. It's unreal what you can do, because I've come a long way, and never once thought I would be right here and now. And now I can sit back. I don't care if I drive a race or anything. I enjoy more going and just helping him and watching him.
Yeah.
So
just don't give up on it. There's always a new chapter to the end of one chapter.
Okay.
There's always another story.
Good.
And if you finish that, there's always another book.
Yes.
Gotcha. And I like that. Going back to something you had said earlier about how when he was younger, he was already doing things that you were doing when you was in your 20s. And I just told my wife probably about 2.5 weeks ago, watching my oldest boy play basketball, I was like, the stuff he's doing at 8, 9, and 10 years old, I wasn't doing that till I was in the 8th or 9th grade.
Yeah.
And the common denominator was you got a father figure in your life that's passionate about what you're doing. And that goes a long way. And I know you're learning to appreciate that more and more, because you're a teenager. So any father out there, and I'm not knocking mothers right now by no means, but any father out there that has a son that is passionate about something, especially if he's passionate about what you were passionate about, push it.
Yeah.
Be there for him. Be present. Go all in. And it's nothing like seeing your son succeed. Just sitting back, watch. I remember the first time I coached my oldest boy in flag football. I played tackle, I played college ball, but I coached him in flag football. And when I tell you that first game, I was like, this is amazing. It felt even better than when I was playing.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
But that's just how powerful it is when you have that connection with your kids.
That's right.
And seeing them do something they love to do.
That's how it was when like I said, I watched him as a kid win a lot of races. But when he won his first race doing what I do, in a car, oh yeah, that was something different.
It is.
That was something different.
All right, anything else we'll close out?
Appreciate y'all having us.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming through. I have learned some new stuff tonight, like racing. Well, that's it. Oh, yeah. Let them know how they can reach out to you guys. Where can they find you guys at?
Well, I do more Facebook than anything, but y'all can look us up on Facebook, Eric Shon Malone. And if you go to the 256 Fastest Cars in the Dirty South, that was our TV show. Motor Trend still doing marathons of it. So, and you can actually get on YouTube and check it out.
All right. What about you, young man?
I got Facebook, Shon Malone, and I got another page. That's my race car. It's the Executioner for Shon Malone. And I got an Instagram. My Instagram is Shon.Malone94. And text me and call me off there. And I got a YouTube channel named The Executioner for Shon Malone. And I'll be posting videos of me racing probably from when I first started to now. So we got a lot of
Executioner.
Executioner.
And the prosecutor.
And the prosecutor. I like that. Okay.
Somebody in trouble.
I'm the judge.
And you the what?
I'm the judge.
You the judge. You got the hammer. All right. I love it, man. A family, a racing family. Listen, it's been a great episode. Enjoyed it. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for sharing your knowledge and your passion. It definitely opened us up to a different audience, because this is something new to me. Super interesting though. So thank you guys. Hey, that's the end of the episode. Another episode of the Elevated Chat Room. Elevate your mind, elevate your life. We out. You guys be blessed.